What else did I get? Oh, yeah, a bunch of other games. Which leads to the big thing I got.
Oh?
Yep. I bought an Xbox One X.
What?
I told you I wanted to play Blue Dragon. And I was like, you know what? I'll buy the Xbox One X. Not the Series X, just the One X.
I know.
Yeah, I caught them. I was like, you know what? Let's do it. Let's play Blue Dragon. And while I'm at it, I went to GameStop. They had the 3-for-1 deal. So the deal is, I got Dynasty Warriors Gundam 3, the Xbox version of Nier, DOA 4, the first Dynasty Warriors Gundam, and the Dragon Ball Z Budokai HD collection.
Well, hopefully you had a copy of Dynasty Warriors Gundam 2 already.
They had one. I have already kind of played through that, but 3 is like my childhood, and I completely haven't played 1 in a long time. So,
Fair.
like maybe like next month I'll buy. I'll probably like next paycheck I'll go and actually buy that one.
Man, I miss 2 so much.
Yeah, I mean 2 is actually the most expensive, I think.
I mean, it's probably the best of the 4.
I don't know. Again, 3 is like my childhood.
Right.
Cause like
I feel like Reborn was just okay.
I never played Reborn because I didn't have a PS3.
It's mild. It's the problem with like every single like Forza game in a Bandai Namco series. The fourth one is always just a milder version of the third game.
I just yeah. I just kind of wish something to say. Like I do kind of like I could imagine like a Dynasty Warriors Gundam uh like a Dynasty Warriors Gundam 4, whatever you want to call it. Would be insane given the amount of like series that have released since, right?
Yeah.
Like, IBO is yearning for a Dynasty Warriors game. That just screams Dynasty Warriors.
What I want isn't exactly a 4, but like an Empires.
That would be interesting too.
Like let me just conquer Earth and space with an army of mobile suits, all right?
Like that'd be pretty cool too. It's like, yeah, just something.
Like 2 had bits of it. The way the mission mode worked in the relationships and joining factions and whatnot. It just wasn't like full on.
Well, speaking of Gundam, I have been partially lying. I must have realized I've been partially lying this entire time. I have watched Zeta Gundam, but I never finished it until yesterday. So I've now officially watched Zeta Gundam completely. And then watched Double Zeta and then immediately made the connection of, wait a second. This feels like JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
Wait, what?
In the way of like, you know how because like JoJo's Bizarre Adventure is like, yeah, it's a shonen. It's following like this main character. And part 1 ends. But then but it's like kind of like when you first watch JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, it's like, wait, but power ends, but there's still more show left. What the heck do you do now? Well, you switch main characters. It's
Yeah.
Zeta into Double Zeta feels like part 1 into part 2 of JoJo. Of like, it feels like the story is not over, but the main character is not the main character anymore.
Yeah, it's kind of weird how that works out, right? It's like, I'm still out there, huh?
Yeah, like that, because I noticed that too. Because like when I'm watching the show, I'm watching the ending, and I'm just like, is it me or does it not feel like we're done? Because it just kind of feels like a regular battle episode, and then all of a sudden, people are just dropping like flies. Like it feels like any old episode. Then all of a sudden, spoilers for Zeta at this point. Then all of a sudden, like you hit, Katz dies, and then the Radice gets destroyed, and then Emma and Rekwa kind of take each other out, and it's like all in one episode. It's like, wait, what the fuck just happened? Like the not the tonal whiplash, because it's been dark. Like quite literally, a couple episodes ago, we still had Rosemi, and then we before that we had Rekua literally gas a colony, which I'll talk about her in a second. But it's like it was dark, but it's like it's more like this doesn't feel like this. Like we kind of sped up here. What's going on?
Like it just like suddenly wants to wrap things up out of nowhere. And it's like, huh? You didn't actually wrap things up though.
Yeah, it's just like everything just goes south with like almost no like build up, right? It's like there's build up, but you know what I mean? It's like there's build up, but it's like all of a sudden we got characters dropping like flies.
I mean, I feel like don't a lot of Gundam series just kind of do that though? Like even like 00 season 1 just kind of
Well,
ends.
I
did a little bit of build up, but then Alejandro Corner just starts doing stuff. It's like, okay.
I mean, I feel like Double O kind of like builds up to it, but being like, hey, the three superpowers kind of like all find like, you know what, we need to get rid of Celestial Being. Let's all come together and actually take them out.
Right.
Into your den loot, you lose Lock On, right? The whole thing with Lock On, right? And then it's like, well, now that we're down, we're weaker, and there's actually like a actual genuine like lineup of here we go. Here it's like it just feels like a defensive battle. It feels like just a regular defensive battle, and then all of a sudden it just moves fast. Like it escalates to this is the final battle, by the way. Wait, what? And
I feel like a lot of shows back then did that. At least distinctly, when every time I watch like an older show from around that time, they just kind of do end.
Yeah.
Like I don't know, I guess like the weird part of like those like longer like shows, like 50-ish episodes, like cool, we've hit the break point. All right, everyone, finale time. Start dying. Like, compared to Ultraman, literally just how Ultraman goes. Like, this is the regular monster of the week, right? Oh. Roll credits.
it genuinely just is like, but it was just so shocking. I'm just like, wait, I see now why back in the day so many people were just stunned by this ending, because it's like you just it's like you're in the battle, and all of a sudden just like a two-part conclusion happened. The two-part happened was just like the entire like main cast is taken out in quick succession in episode 49, and you're like, and you're just having this moment of like you're seeing the signs of Camille is having a breakdown because everyone is dying he cares about.
Yeah.
And then Jared goes, and then Jared really just goes out.
Yeah.
Like, it's like this whole thing of him and Camille have a thing, and he just kind of kicks into an explosion. And it's like, wait, what? And you're thinking, like, well, this is Camille's rival, and they've had beef for a while, and it just kind of ends with no actual. Like, I think it's the best way to put it. It's like there's no actual closure for anything that happens in the finale.
It lacks catharsis, yeah.
It's like there's no like genuine catharsis up until Shirako gets slammed by the nose of the Zeta.
I mean, I'm kind of reminded of like how G-Recto ends, where it's just like there's just no catharsis. Like the main character, like Bellery's just completely disinterested in the conflict, while Mask is just prattling on and on and on about stuff no one cares about. And then the war ends, and it's like, well, that happened.
Yeah, like you're talking about like most gun shows like that. I'm like, I remember every show I have seen, which is like Seed, IBO, Double O, G Witch to extent, heck even G Quux. They all felt like they were going to a natural conclusion. Like the pathway there was like you see the line to the ending. Whereas like the Grips conflict is like it kind of just happens, and is that probably a lot more realistic? Probably, yeah. But it's still like that just was a shock because it's like wait, and it's just weird too because it's like wait, it just feel like we completed anything, and the next thing you know, it's like oh hey, by the way, there's a new show coming out. There's another Gundam dropping up next week. By the way, it's like what?
I'll be right back.
Okay. Okay, we're back. Uh,
But yeah, no, you're right. Like Zeta the Double Zeta is like so weird, right? Like it's jarring.
mm-hmm. Which is probably
And
why.
then people are still gonna look you in the eyes and tell you can skip Double Zeta. It's like, what?
Yeah, that's why I'm just like, it makes even less sense now because I'm like, I watch. I'm like, what are you talking about?
There's an entire back half of the conflict.
It's like, and I'm pretty sure now. I'm like, the only reason people say that is because it's like the whiplash, the tonal whiplash of Double Zeta being a lot more goofy in its first half, or at least first like third.
Right.
And they're just like, what the heck is this?
Or it's like it's that, or it's like, well, Char's not in it, and if Char's not in it, it doesn't matter for Char's counterattacks. Like, if you don't think Char's like in hiding right now, watching the Grebs conflict, the end of the Grebs conflict, you're crazy.
Yeah, like he's in the opening. It's not like they forgot about him.
Right.
Like he very much is still relevant. Just obviously, they had to write a different way because the movie got greenlit. It's like, oh wait, we can actually do a movie. Cool. All right.
Yeah.
Sorry, Amaro. Sorry, Char. Y'all can't show up in this show no more.
Yeah.
But it's like
It's very important to the narrative of
of
Gundam.
yeah of the Gundam and of the UC. It's like saying you can skip it is crazy. Like I think which is why I'm just like I'm so upset. Like it never got Like the fact that it never got dubbed is still like crazy because I'm like, it's still like, dang man,
Right.
like genuinely, I'm like, which is so crazy because like all I know ever up until I actually started to fully watch Double Zeta all the way, I always like, dog, Judo is so cool. Why the heck is? And I'm like, I always it's, again, Dice Wars Gundam 3. Like I heard Judo in English first before anything. I'm like, Judo is so cool, and I think like
Yeah.
let's see, there's Gundam 3. Who was that voice cast? Let me double check. Um, let's see more. Let's see, there's worst cast. Who was Sean Broadhurst? Yeah, which is but like he wasn't Dynasty Warriors Gundam. I'm like that wasn't the game I'm looking for. Um, let me look again.
Also, it's kind of weird, right? Like, if you skip Double Zeta, you kind of don't know, like, the important thing, like, Judo does at the end of it, and what it means for, like, new types in general for the rest of the franchise. So I feel like it's kind of, major.
Yep, it is just kind of crazy. Just like skip it. I mean, I could
It's
get
like,
it. It's
oh,
like
he takes a bunch of new types into deep space and away from, like, the rest of the conflict. It's like, huh, I wonder what that means for the future of humanity. Wait, we're talking about skip Double Zeta.
obviously I'm not there all the way, but it's like it is just like, yeah, why would we? Why skip it? It's just
Uh-huh.
where the heck is? Hold on, where the heck is he? Yeah, Andrew. Yeah, Andrew Francis was the actor. But I'm like, yeah, no, it's like, yeah, it's like I just think, okay, I was like, I thought it was Kirby Morrow, but I guess not. Uh, but it is just very much like, yeah, no, it is very much like, yeah, you shouldn't skip it. You shouldn't skip Double Zeta. Especially, it's like it's just crazy. Like you finished the show halfway through without the catharsis of the actual conclusion.
Right.
I just don't think people really understand it because they're like, they really just do not like that segment of Double Zeta being as goofy as it is. And obviously like the legendary Moon or whatever, like playing a
Like,
part
I
in that.
feel like I'm pretty sure even back then people just say, a break in the tone.
Yeah, it's like I feel like we just got dark really all of a sudden. We need a moment to kind of like relax here. Uh, yeah, I'm gonna keep going on Double Zeta. Speaking of, let's get to kind of talk about Rekua. Up until she left, I was like, Rekua was like honestly my favorite character in Zeta. So the fact that she left really hurt me. It was like, dog, what are you doing? No. Like, I get it. The reason is because like she is entranced by Sirocco's abilities and whatnot. She is kind of locked in this thing, and she can't escape it. It still doesn't mean it doesn't suck any less, because it's like dog.
Zeta Gundam is like it's so weird, like not weird. It's so interesting how like Zeta Gundam in particular, it's like Tomino's just like, yeah, I want to talk about power dynamics in the workplace and the gender divide. Also, here's some giant robots. Leave me alone.
it just made me sad because I'm like, dang, Record, no, like please. Because this so sad. Like, again, like I said, like it's supposed to be to show that yeah, Sirocco basically kind of got his greed bits into her and just kind of took control. And it's like it just hurt. And then like here's another thing. I'm not giving Yazan. I actually don't want to give Yazan the account of Cox's death because like that doesn't count.
Right.
It's like what are we? This I just think he went. I just think they did that boy so dirty.
Yep.
It's like I feel like the whole thing is like because he was like early in the show. It's like yeah, I know he had that thing with Sarah, and it's like he was kind of annoying and whatnot. And like okay, that's fine, understandable. But in the back half of the show, it's kind of the realization of he was kind of right. We shouldn't trust Neo Zeon. We shouldn't like team up with them. Like he's completely right because it's like it's Neo Zeon, dog. Literally,
Right.
last time we saw these dudes, they were literally trying to destroy the Earth. Like I know the Titans are demons, but it's like we really are doing this. It's like him going like I refuse to do this. It's like completely
Yeah.
justified, and they're just like, Katsu, you don't get your behind onto that battlefield. And whoop de doo, guess what? Surprise! When he's not in the game all the way because he's still like, thirsty for the head of Shirako. Guess what? He's going to make a mistake in battle. Why did you send him out there?
So many mistakes made.
And then it's like it doesn't help that he also was on the Radish for most of the show, so he never actually had a genuine role model to really like guide him, like Camille did. Like all he had was the captain who was just fiending over Emma.
To be fair.
What?
It's Emma. That's all.
I mean, true, but again, Requa fan here. I'm like, eh. I just think Requa kind like the more I watch it, the more it's like, I think Requa's kind of just cooler. And then it's like, I think just Emma wins because Requa just gets kind of butchered in the last like 10 episodes of the show. because generally it's like it's trying so hard to justify why she's with the Titans. It's like we really don't have any, like, outside of Sirocco's powers. Like, there's no other reason she should be with the Titans. She was like, it just makes her like insanely like crazy. It's like it just frustrates me, dog. Like that's the point I'm trying to make here. It's like it just utterly frustrates me that Rekoa just kind of gets
Mm.
like, can I say that was character assassination? Is it right to say that?
Like, I'm trying to think of the grand scheme of things, right? I mean, I will say I do kind of like the wedge Neo Zeon throws into the entire conflict and
I
like
mean,
what it does for the characters.
yeah, Neozon showing in is one of the other parts that makes like the whole, I think, because like all of a sudden it's like, wait, there's uh another roster of antagonists
Right.
here. It's like, of course, like, if we don't deal with them, then of course we still have to deal with them. You know, we of course still have to eventually deal with them. So the fact that Zeta ends the way it does, with Neo Zeon basically kind of getting away scot free.
I
Like,
think like the larger point of Zeta Gundam, I guess, is Char kind of sucks. Like as a leader, I mean.
I mean, oh, here's the thing. I'm not even so sure about that, honestly. I just gotta think, like, I mean, it's very obvious, like, he has a bunch of emotions that are still stuck in his head, right? Because, like, yeah, the zombies are, excuse me, trying to say, like, Minerva is still, like, basically being, like, groomed to be the other leader of Space Bashes. And it's like she's being groomed to be everything he fought to not happen, to kind of stop, right, to get that revenge. And then here comes
Yeah.
Haman basically kind of grooming her to be everything he worked hard to kind of prevent, to kind of get revenge on. And it's like his, like, he had a justifiable crash out. Like, it's like, how dare you, dog? How dare you?
True.
So it's like, again, like, the answer is like, man, this would all be solved if everyone just went to therapy. As always with a Gundam show, it's like, yeah, actual discussion would actually like save so many of these characters from making.
But then we wouldn't get character conflict.
I mean, yes, I know. It's obviously like, yeah, they make these decisions because of human emotions, because that is a lot of intrigue. Sometimes you just will make a decision because of your wants. But damn, it ain't frustrating.
Yeah. Just like Jetman.